How many times you've gotten to a club into VIP for free when some ugly chicks had to pay full price?
Is that my fault?
No. I've asked how many times it happened before you go down that path.
I mean, plenty of times in Miami.
Exactly, but that's not fair, is it?
Well, please don't forget I'm not from here.
But that's not the point, ma'am. That's not fair, is it?
I also don't care about those things.
But so you only care about fairness when it doesn't benefit you.
I just don't go to clubs that often.
But that's not the point. I asked you how many times you've gone to a club where you got in free, where ugly chicks or less attractive chicks had to pay, and you know that's happened. You didn't say, "I'm still." Excuse me, sir. Even though I'm attractive, I demand that you charge me full price. That's fair, right?
Life isn't fair.
Well, if that's the case, you accept it in the sexual marketplace too.
It doesn't mean I have to accept other people's bullshit.
No. Well, see, the thing is, ma'am, see what you've proven, like many feminists and many women, you're okay with the double standards that benefit you. But the ones you don't like, you just throw at the wind, use sign language, shame, insults.
You do understand that men don't give a fuck about female confidence, right?
Facts.
Yeah. No. Everybody be quiet for 2 seconds.
Heard that.
Let that fucking sink in. Men don't give a fuck
I've never heard
about
that.
female confidence. Because if we did, we would never take you guys seriously for wearing makeup. We would never want you guys for doing surgery. We would never want you guys for doing all the hair extensions, all the other bullshit that you do to accentuate your looks. Because the reality is this: women lack confidence, but we don't give a fuck. You guys look for confidence. What's his tonality like? Can he lead a date? Is he ambitious? Blah, blah, blah. You guys care about confidence. We don't. If we care about confidence, all y'all would be single. Because all you guys wear makeup and do a bunch of shit, heels, dresses, etc. That's the checkmate. That's the reality. Men don't give a fuck about female confidence. You care about confidence, but we don't.
Tell me a whole pit bull ran in the gym, bro. Oh, snap.
My biggest question is how do the dogs even get in the gym? Like, that's just so random. The only thing I can think is somebody's playing a prank on us.
Stop with it, Miss Cooper. Stop with it, Miss Cooper. Ready?
Boy, dude look like might have a concussion. Dude might have a concussion, man.
Even though that's kind of funny, that's kind of not funny, bro. She yanked mans by his hair because she was jealous he was talking to another female. Then just stood over him like they did Debo and Friday and just continued to taunt him. Like, if a dude was to do that same exact thing to a woman, it would be no laughs and giggles. Everybody would be, bro, it would be a freaking riot. Double standards in this world.
So that's why you always see the niggas who got daddies seem a little bit more cooler, a little bit more collected than the niggas who cute like their mamas.
How do we move towards a place where black people are so emotional?
You can't. You can't, homie, because the only way you can not be emotional is you have to have a father who teaches you and trains your emotion. Other than that, your mama, you have to be emotional because that's the only time your mother whoops you. You got no spankings when your mother was calm and not emotional. So that's why you're emotional. You were disciplined with emotion. You wasn't disciplined with logical rules to follow. You can't undo this, homie. What's done now, we can't undo this. We'll be dead and gone before we see a new group of men that don't respond like us.
As a black man, what can I instill in a young black boy to make sure that he doesn't respond with emotion?
Treat his mother right and train your child's emotions. So it means you have to spend time with your son. I mean, you have to spend a lot of time with your son. He gonna be the cool nigga who friends follow him because he cool like his daddy. They gonna be cute like they mama. Way they dress, way they look, but he gonna be cool like his daddy.
Unless his dad is emotional too. I rarely ever hear about dudes talk about that factor. Being raised by a dad as a man will make you more masculine unless he also is emotional himself. You don't know his background. He could have came from a single mother household himself. The dad. So if a kid is being raised with a dad who grew up without a dad, then it can happen again as far as like being emotional. And I rarely do I ever hear people bring up that point. Other than that,
that's why I put so much emphasis like on like, you know what I'm saying, two parent households, man, because that really affects the kid. Not having a dad in the home, bro, that affects the kid bad. And us as black people, bro, it happens too frequently, man. We have to get better with that, man.
agree with what he's saying with that particular topic in regards to being raised with a dad and being more masculine.
So I read an article today that said the majority of home buyers these days are single women. First things first, women, kudos on that. Very, very proud of you guys. Men, we have to catch up. I have thoughts on why that is, but I would love to know your thoughts too. Personally, as a realtor licensed in Maryland and DC, majority of my clients are actually single women too, so I see that firsthand. What I've seen generally,
man, we gotta step it up, bro. He right though, man. Us as men, we have to, you know what I'm saying? Start doing our job, man.
is women tend to be more on it. They tend to be, better established mentally, financially sometimes, to be in the mind state of building wealth through real estate. Men, I have some single men that are clients of mine, but for the most part, it seems to be the women that are on it. Is this what you see? Is this what you think? I would love to hear your thoughts.
Agree.
Let's talk about it. I think it's the truth.
It's a known fact that the main reason why dudes even buy houses in the first place is because the women be wanting it. Like the woman that he's dating, the woman that he's with, she wants to have a house. Most men don't even care about that, bro. Most men are happy with just living in a one-bedroom apartment. Men buy houses because family. Because they want to please their wife and because they want to raise their family, raise their children in a house. But if it wasn't for any of that, most dudes would just not care about houses. That's just my opinion.
That ain't cool. Good though. You want to build equity. That's what we have to get the mind frame of as men. You feel me? Especially black men. We have to build equity. You know what I'm saying? We have to think ownership, not just renting. That's why I was adamant. I wasn't about to stay in an apartment. I said, I'm going to buy a house because I know eventually all the money I'm putting in this apartment, I can be owning something, building equity. Feel me? So we have to get into that mind frame as black men.
Women who be wanting big houses don't be having no family. They just be wanting big houses. So from a residential perspective, as far as where a person resides, that's the reason why I think men don't take buying houses as serious as women in from a residential perspective. From a business perspective, I don't know. I mean, you're more qualified to speak on that. Yeah, I don't know about the business part. Like why more men aren't in real estate. I don't know nothing about that.
Because that's the problem. That's the problem. Like, we have to learn these things. You know what I'm saying? We gotta learn these things, because if we don't learn these things, how we gonna grow? You feel me? Like, he don't know nothing. This guy right here who's talking don't know nothing about the business part. But why? He said, well, I'm gonna just stay in an apartment. But what about equity? What about leaving something to your kid? These are the things we need to be thinking about. You know what I'm saying? I know one thing. If I can't leave any businesses to my kid, I know I'll be able to leave a home to my kid. You feel what I'm saying? So we got to get into that mind frame, fellas.
It's just so funny how different women are than men. The rest of the video show how she kind of low-key got her feelings after he tapped her in the face a little bit. She got her emotions. It's just so funny how women and men are just so different than each other. Like, you sign up for a boxing class which requires physical hitting, and when he lightly just taps you on the face, you get a little in your feelings. You get a little emotional. That's funny. It's not a negative thing, and it's just funny how different men and women are. That's kind of hilarious, bro. That's so funny. Look at her, bro.
Yeah, why would she take boxing? That dude look like Drake.
It's one thing to look like somebody. It's another thing to impersonate them and act like he does look exactly like Drake, and he knows that, and he's like he's making himself look like Drake. And that's pretty disturbing when you don't even have your own identity and you feel like you got to be somebody else just to have some value in this world. But what's even more weird is, why are you all up on a DJ like that, bro? Like, bro, what?
Yeah,
bro, like,
he is on him.
What is going on, bro?
Dear Dusty, stay out of my inbox asking me who hurt me and why I make these videos about, getting money from men. Because that's where I'm supposed to get it from. Who else am I supposed to get it from? I can make money on my own, but if I'm going to be in a relationship with a...
Can't blame her because the men giving it to her. We got to work on us, man. Y'all giving her the money. She in business because of y'all.
grown man, he's going to be a provider. If you are not the provider type, then don't worry about it. We're not talking to you. We're not looking for you. You are not even on the radar. So your wallets are safe. We don't need your little call center check, okay? Y'all can keep that little chump change. That's in our phones, you know, under gas money. That's in our phone. Your name's in our phone under gas money.
She give me all the game.
Free food and whatever else little things that you can afford with your tax return. Sprinkle, sprinkle.
If you're talking to a woman and she knows who this person is, that's the first red flag. The second red flag and the last final red flag for you not to be in a relationship with that person is that she agrees with any of this person's ideologies. If she does, you might as well just run away, bro. Don't even date that person, because this woman right here teaches professional gold digging. So the caption says dapping up tens. So there's a trend on TikTok where if you're like in a group setting at a party or just anywhere where there's a lot of people socially, you go up and you give handshakes to all the people who are tens, who are basically extremely attractive. And most times it's the dudes going to women, dapping women up. So this is actually quite interesting how you see who women even call tens, and it's safe to say that you could tell what their type is. Like, clearly she has a type. Bro actually looked mad that she ain't dap him up.
I think when you stay true to your core and to yourself, you can't go wrong. Right. Everything, we always assume that if things aren't taken in on large levels that they're failures, right? But I think the failure is not being authentic to yourself. You know what I mean? So I think anytime you step into your truth, that's the line. That's where you stay in that way. Stay on that path. Never sway out of that, because that's the right way. That's never going to lead you astray.
And you have more peace of mind. Honestly, I think that God created all of us here for a reason. And it's supposed to be authentic to who God created you to be. I don't think we were meant to be anything other than being authentic and being true to who we really are. But when money's involved, when clout's involved, all the type of things involved, people compromise. And you should never compromise who you are, because you ain't gonna be happy. No way. But some people would rather get more money and not be themselves than to be themselves and, you know, risk getting less money. Or be themselves and they're scared people ain't gonna like who they really are. If they don't like who you truly, really are, then in my opinion, they were never really meant for you anyway. Stay true to who God created you to be. And thank Jesus once he shows you who you truly are. Because some people go through this whole entire life never finding out who they really were. Who they're supposed to be, because they never talked to Jesus about it.
Facts.
Creating a
that's the end all, man. You don't know who you are, just ask Jesus what your purpose is. He'll give it to you. He spoke something in, man. But hey, man, tell me what y'all guys think about the video in the comments. That's another Infinite video. You can go to Infinite channel and see a whole bunch more. He got some good content. But hey, see you guys next video. Let's get it.